Video on. All right, can you hear?
Let's just get that off.
Oh. We're just turning off a timer. We'll be all right with you. What do I press?
Yeah. There it is.
Okay, that's gone. All right. So welcome to Sunday Live Tarot Readings. Thanks for joining us today. My name's Mindy. I'm a professional tarot reader and I like to jump on every Sunday and do some readings. Hi Saba, hey, how are you? So anybody wanting to join and get a reading, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there today. We are celebrating my husband and my father. It's a special day in our household. So we're just jumping on for a little while, just in between all the celebrations, and wishing every father out there or father figure or anybody that has a father influence in their lives a happy, happy day today. Okay, so I'm just shuffling away and I'm just going to do some generalized spreads. Saba, hey, I don't know if you'd like a reading or whether you're just here to say hi. If you'd like a reading, just let me know in the comments and I'll jump on and shuffle the cards and lay out a spread for you. Anybody else who's joined us today, please comment if you'd like a reading, because I can't always see the likes, I can only see comments. So if you'd like a reading, let me know. You can just say reading please and I can lay out a 3-card spread for you. So what I'm going to do to start with is I'm just going to lay out a 3-card spread for my week coming up, and just to generalize things and just to see what the tarot has to say for us while we kind of wait and see if there's anyone that wants to join. I did think it might be a bit quiet today given that it is Father's Day, but that's completely fine. All right, I'm going to cut the cards into 3 and we're going to see what comes out through the tarot for us today. So it's very, very windy here at my place. It's been crazy this last week or so. Okay. All right, so the Knight of Cups in the spread is in the past. So when we're reading tarot, we're going from left to right. And in the past, what it's saying to me is that there was a message or some information coming from a loved one or somebody who has something, you know, some kind of connection to us emotionally, to me emotionally. The 8 of Swords in the present is saying that there may be some news or information regarding someone close, to say that maybe there is some kind of illness or, you know, some kind of affliction that they might be going through. Now that message may be with the Knight, it may be heard through the grapevine, not necessarily directly. Directly you'd normally hear from things like pages, like get a page of swords if I was going to get that message directly. So we have, obviously families are always a little bit complicated, and we have obviously some turmoil in family members that we kind of know of. And so it's very possible that we'll hear information around somebody that's not great. So that is just a bit of a warning for me this week, that maybe some news might be provided or some information might be shared around somebody that we're connected with emotionally that isn't doing so well. The 6 of Cups next to the 8 of Swords is indicating that it's somebody that we've known for a while, somebody from the past. So the 6 of Cups is very nostalgic. So it talks about memories, it talks about childhood, it talks about things from a long time ago. So this information is coming from somebody that I have known or I have had a connection with for a long time. So that usually means, you know, maybe estranged family members, it could be friends, it could be somebody like that. But I get the feeling, and I always go with my intuition, that this is an estranged family member that we're going to hear about in some way. So the good news with this is that it's the 8 of Swords. So this is a minor arcana card. So there are no major cards here. So what it's saying is that this is something that's already known to them. So the information is already known to them. There will be kind of, you know, us in people's thoughts and stuff this week as we have a few birthdays coming up in our family. So it makes sense that some of these things come to the fore. But what it's saying is just, yeah, it's not, they're not necessarily doing really, really well. So that's a bit frustrating. So I feel like that can be a bit of a tricky situation. So we're just going to navigate through that. I always find astrologically that September can bring a lot of hidden truths to the fore. So the sun is in Virgo, which is kind of like the reckoning sign of truth serum, basically. And so basically what it is Mercury turning direct and a lot of information coming out. So a lot of stuff that may have been hidden coming to the fore. Okay, hi Mina, nice to see you. I'm going to lay a spread out for you. Thank you for joining. And so you've asked, do I see any good things coming your way anytime soon? And I'd love to answer that question for you. So Mina, the tarot works basically like a decoder for me with your energy. And energy transcends space and time. So it doesn't matter that you're not in the room here with me. I can connect with your energy through basically the ethereal. So we connect through what energy brings to us, and the cards kind of help me decode what might be coming up for you. So I'm shuffling them and I'm thinking of you and I'm connecting to your energy, and I'm really trying to vibe what message the universe has for you today, because I'd really like to be clear for you and give you a little bit of clarity, because sometimes we feel a little bit confused or we feel a little bit stuck. Yeah, so welcome. Okay, those cards are feeling quite warm to me, shuffling them for you, Mina. So I'm just going to cut them into 3 and I'm going to pop them back, and then I'm just going to see what comes through for you. Okay. Okay, so you have been working very hard to try to move yourself out of a difficult situation. That's what I can see here, that you have been really, really working at. You've been trying to put very positive energy into things in your life, and you've been really, really battling to try to come out of some things that have afflicted you, some real emotional pain. I feel like it's affected your mental health, and I feel like that's made you feel, you know, like you're basically pushing the proverbial uphill, and you've been struggling to kind of get to the destination that you're wanting to get. Now, the Hanged Man as a major arcana card, I'm just going to jump over here and then I'll come back, is basically saying to me that you are needlessly sacrificing your energy for other people who are taking you for granted. So what that's saying to me is that the message from the universe is things will start to get better for you when you set those boundaries. And those boundaries need to be done because these people that you're giving your energy to are not seeing your value or your worth for the level that they need to. You actually have a lot to offer. You are very talented in a lot of ways, and you have a lot of positive energy to give to others. But some of those people that you're sharing your energy with, or you're working for, or you're generating that kind of contact with, are not necessarily valuing you the way you deserve. So the Hanged Man looks at the world a little bit upside down. And we can see he's hanging there. He's got that beautiful halo though. So he has this energy that's really vibrant, really giving and really loving, but he's upside down in the way that he's giving it. So I feel that you need to pull your energy back a little bit. I feel like you need to start to preserve your energy, and that's going to be difficult for you because you're a giver by nature. So you're going to struggle with that. But I feel like it's necessary for you to be able to start to see things getting better in your life, because these energies that are draining you and taking from you, they're only going to continue to do so. I would like to tell you that it's going to be all roses and sunshine and lollipops, but unfortunately I see that you need to make those decisions and you need to pull your energy back. So things like sleep are affected. I feel like there's a bit of burnout for you. I feel like you're working really, really hard at the moment, and I feel like that is actually making things harder, because then you lose that motivation to actually do those things that you want to do for yourself. Now, my message is that you probably have something that you're very, very talented at doing. You probably have a goal or a wish in your life that you wish you could do for yourself to earn money. My message is that you're not necessarily on that path yet, but in the future I feel like you can be, but you need to pull back your energy in what you're doing currently, because it's not serving your needs for the future. So the Hanged Man is saying turn that around. If we flip him around, everything looks better. So we can see that glow, that halo is absolutely in the right place, and everything looks a lot better. So my message is, yes, you can give to others. Yes, you can share your energy, absolutely. but you don't need to do it for everyone all the time. So if you're in a situation where you feel that you're being demanded of, if you feel like, yes, they need me because I'm really good at what I do, that's great. But you're also allowed to say, look, I am doing this on different terms now. I need to pull myself back a bit. I need to start looking after me, because otherwise there's no room for you to be creative in your future and what you want to do, because there is something here for you in your future where you could be really, really happy. And so it's there, but you need to go and grab it by the horns by pulling yourself back from those that aren't serving you. I hope that's helped you today. Thanks for asking for a reading, Mina. So sometimes the tarot comes through with a message about what we need to do. And sometimes we think, well, how can I do that? I'm really frustrated. I'm really depleted. There's always a way. And when you tell the universe, I'm willing to step back and I need to make this decision for myself, often the, forest through the trees starts to come through and you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I think that will happen for you, Mina. I really do. So I hope that's helped you today. Thanks for joining. Okay, so I'm just going to shuffle again, and I'm going to do a spread for Father's Day. And I just want to connect the energy to all our men out there. And I'm focusing particularly on my husband, who is the father of our 4 children, and my father as well, who I just had a lovely conversation with for Father's Day. And I just wanted to lay the cards out and just see what the message is for all the dads out there, because we need to spend this time. This is a good day to reflect. We have Father's Day in spring in the Southern Hemisphere, and that is a very pagan kind of thing that we do. We have Mother's Day in the autumn, and it connects around that time of renewal. So when we think of fathers and the seed and springtime and new life, that is why we kind of celebrate the male, the patriarchs in our life at this time, because it's very important that we acknowledge the good that the men in our lives do, okay? And so not just in a generalized sense. You're welcome, Mina. No worries at all. And yes, please give your energy to yourself a little bit more. That's all I would suggest doing. So you deserve it. All right. So for the dads out there, let's have a look and see. So if you are a dad and you're sitting here today, let me know if you'd like a reading. Okay, interesting. All right, so I think this is lovely. I love seeing cards like this. I think what it's saying to us is that there has been a big shift in the landscape of fatherhood over the last few years, and it's actually been a bit of a turbulent shift, because obviously the whole of society is changing and shifting all the time. But what I see is that it used to be the arcane, that men were the providers, they went to work, came home, and that was the typical type of presentation we would see in the Western world. That thankfully has shifted to a point where there is a little bit more balance, but it didn't happen without a bit of conflict and, dysregulation and issues between people. But now I feel with the Four of Swords that there is a bit more balance coming, and I feel like it's time for the dads out there to spend a bit of time convalescing and taking a break and really pulling back your energy and, reflecting and patting yourselves on the back and reflecting on all the wonderful things you do for your family, because you do. We have, obviously there's disconnect in some families. I'm not saying that all fathers are amazing and, all mothers are amazing, but I'm saying that in general, if you have a male who supported you in your life, whether father or not, I feel like today is a reflection day about that. And I'm seeing that convalescence and that time to just have some time out and be families and just enjoy, that kind of celebration of the energy that we get from our male counterparts in our life. Aren't we blessed to have good men in our lives? I think that's something that we need to focus on, no matter what traumas and hurts we may have been through, even if that is, with your own father or previous marriages, things like that. I think it's time to reflect on those positive relationships that you have had. I feel like there's also, fun and games happening today. I feel like, there's some competitive spirit there. There might be some sporting events occurring, but it is a really positive energy of all the hard work that goes into parenting and connecting with our children and also our grandchildren for those that are grandfathers. And, you know, it's time for you to have some time out because I think you deserve it. And it's that celebration of the family and the energy that we have around that masculine stuff at the moment. And we need to celebrate it. It's important because without that, we wouldn't have the balance, would we? So I think Father's Day brings that to the fore, and I think it's a really wonderful day to reflect on that. And if we didn't have these kind of days in our calendar, it would be, you know, something that we probably would just keep getting on with our lives and missing. But springtime is that time to cherish new life coming in. And, you know, we know that our fathers are the ones that provide that. They're the seed of life. So we need to celebrate that. So that's exciting. So that's the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is taking a step back and having, you know, some reprieve and taking some time to rest. And I know for my hubby today, he's always running around. He does most of the childcare while I do work. So it's really great for him to be able to be a bit pampered today and not have to worry about those mundane things just for a day. So he gets to have that bit of a break. So that's exciting, and it's deserving as well. So I do think that today's session is probably going to be a little bit shorter because I don't see anyone else coming in with any requests. I'm just going to kind of sit here maybe for a minute or two and just see if anyone does come in. Otherwise, I think we will wrap it up and I will pop on next Sunday and we'll have a chat. Oh, actually, no, next Sunday I won't be on because we will be away. But the following Sunday, sorry, I should have clarified that one. We will be away, so I won't be doing my lives next Sunday. It's actually my birthday next Sunday. So I will be away on a little family trip. So we will be in nature, immersing ourselves in, you know, the joys of all of that. So, yeah, no, I won't be on next Sunday. But, yes, every other Sunday we will be here. But thank you so much for joining, and it's been a real pleasure to read for you today. And if you have any questions, even if you see this post and you want to pop it in for even next time I jump on, I can actually flag that and then I can do a reading next time I'm on a Sunday for you. But I hope that you're all out celebrating the men in your life today, and I hope you will have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and I will chat to you in 2 weeks. Thanks for joining me.